So glad you found us here at HSN. Thank you very much. Colin Cowie is joining us today for a tradition that we love sharing with you, which is making sure you have everything just right for the holidays, but we deliver it to your door with Colin's style and celebration spirit. Colin?
A big dose of passion and glamour.
There you have it.
How gorgeous is our beautiful tree over here?
Time for the tree, as promised.
And this is a tree that every year for the last 7 years has sold out. And the reason being is because it looks so incredibly natural and so authentic. It looks like it just survived the heaviest snowstorm in Aspen. It has amazing features. The tree comes in 3 sections, so it's very easy to fold up. All the fronds fold down completely. You put them one in the other, you plug in, and it's so easy to put together. We have over 7.5 feet of tree, which gives us more than 750 lights. There are real acorns on here. There's more than 1,000 tips to hang all your different ornaments on. And you'll notice also that when it comes to switching it on and switching it off, there's a footlight, which is really easy to operate. You don't have to get on all fours and poke your eye out with a branch of some sort.
Good.
The other reason we love this tree is if you were to go out and get yourself a fresh tree, you'd have to get the fresh cut tree, you bring it home, carry it upstairs, get it on a stand, make it stand straight, put water in it, and then 2 weeks later, as it starts to dry, this starts to happen, we start to lose all the ornaments start to break. So it's very green friendly, absolutely. And I love the fact that it packs so easily. Let's have a look at it over here without the ornaments. We've seen it here with all the ornaments.
There it is, all dressed. We're going to show you the tree naked now. Okay, so here's the tree, but it's still so robust.
Now this tree,
all of its beauty.
This tree without a single ornament on is just as beautiful.
Really?
Now, here without the ornaments, you get to see how heavily flocked it is. So when you do open this at home and you do open the box, there will be flocking in the box because naturally this will come off, it will shed, but there's so much flocking on here, it's guaranteed for 10 years, but it'll last your lifetime.
Really, a quality tree like this will absolutely do that. It's $4.99, and yet we've made it easier. Free shipping and handling. It's a $25 savings, and it's 5 monthly payments. So that is highly unusual for a tree like this to be able to enjoy it at $99 a month, a tree that you'll have for years and years and years. You've left your opinion very nicely about this tree. It is a customer pick at hsn.com. It's a big decision, I know. But when you realize other people have said it's fantastic, it's so convenient that the branches fold up for storage, it's glorious when you get it at home and you see it in your home and your space, and that is a great buy.
Switch it on and off,
So it's just a foot pedal. Very nice, just like a fine lamp. Look at the white light. You know, Colin, here in the Tampa Bay area, we actually have a couple, I'm not going to say a lot, a couple of nice Christmas stores. Right. And every year, as a tradition, we like to go and take photos and that kind of thing. We don't buy anything, we just look. This is nicer than any tree I saw in that elaborate Christmas store that actually has like a forest of trees. It is
So, Siobhan, I have to tell you, I shop the holiday markets back in January, February, March to come up with what we look for, okay? To create the collection that we get to bring you. We shop everywhere, fast and deep. This, by far, is the most natural-looking tree I've ever seen. That's why I continue to support this tree. And 7 years later, it's still here, and it's still more beautiful than it was in the beginning. And if you have a look real close inside here, look how
We're dimming your lights.
Look how thick these different branches are. Look at the texture inside. You really look like this is a real tree.
It's like a winter wonderland.
Yes, and if you've ever tried to flock a tree, don't.
Don't. That's great advice.
It is the worst thing in the whole world to do. It's the messiest thing in the world to do. It gets everywhere except where it should. Then all the lights get covered up. This is so... The work is done here, you know. I'm one of those people that doesn't have much patience. When it comes to like painting, I'm not interested in the primer and getting the wall ready and then the undercoat.
The sanding and the taping.
I just want the color on top.
Yeah, I get it, 100%.
So the same with the Christmas tree. I'm not interested in cutting and schlepping and get it done. Take it out the box, plug it in, put it in the wall. It takes less than 10 minutes to install, to put this beautiful tree together. We don't have a single ornament on here. And look how glamorous it looks.
It's ready for presents.
It is.
It really is. I mean, we have some beautiful ornaments, and you just saw it totally decked out, like dressed to the nines. But if you just want to put up a tree and leave it at that, this is the one. If you want to put an elaborate backdrop for all of those collections of ornaments you have, this is, I just can't think of a better canvas.
And it's also, you know, like everything else that we do, like the beverage serve, it's one of those things that sets you up for success. It's a great entertaining basic. This is a great decorating basic. if you start with the right foundation, if you start with the right shape, with the right tree, you're going to end with a really beautiful holiday installation. And of course, you're seeing the flocked version
like a
over
true
here.
designer right there.
If you're seeing the holiday collection over here with this, the flocked, this is the non-flocked one with the long thread.
So Doug is our, as I keep saying, our producer. I just want you to know I don't have an imaginary friend that's not here, really. He's in the control room. I just want to find out how many we have of the flocked versus the non-flocked, because we only have 138 between the two, Colin.
Okay, so they're going quickly.
There are 85 of the flocked, and there are 53 of the non-flocked, the traditional green tree, which we'll come over here and show you.
Look how beautiful this looks. I've done this all in gold, as you can see.
Oh my gosh.
Isn't this beautiful?
Yeah, that's
But this
glorious.
looks like, and look here, here's a real branch. Can we get real close up here, please?
It's like a real
here.
tree.
Yeah, there's real branches here, you can
look,
see.
You see? Look at that.
There's real acorns. These are beautiful real acorns. And once again, just to remind you, you're looking at here, this whole
those
tree.
pine cones, right.
Yes, there's
right,
a pine cone. So the tree is 7.5 foot tall.
It's a good size.
Yeah, it's a great size. It's more of a regular shape. There's a beautiful shape to it, and it's real large.
It's not
I think.
wimpy. It's very voluptuous and robust.
I think we're close to 60 inches at the bottom, 7.5 feet tall. We've got about 750 lights on here, and also this is the long-haired pine tree, which is really beautiful. Looks completely natural and authentic.
Wow, Colin. I am a fan of pine trees, too. You've really done a beautiful job. You really have.
And, of course, if you love the tree, you're going to fall in love with the beautiful garland and with the two wonderful wreaths. And what I love about the garland is thick. You know, you put your arms around it. So many times when you buy garland, it's skimpy and it's thin. But this has got great shape to it.
You're right. So often garland, you need to double it.
Yes.
Or you feel like you need to go get some extra boughs to augment what the original garland is.
And it's this as well. Yeah.
It's fully loaded. Fully loaded. Okay, we'll ask you to go to hsn.com to find out more about those garlands. We'll show you those actually in just a second. Thank you, everybody. Here's the flocked. The flocked is now neck and neck with the unflocked. It's not a white tree. Actually, that's a really good point. It's actually not a white tree.
No, it's a well-flocked natural tree.
Flocked, natural-looking tree. Yeah. And I come from the school because I love New England and I love the look of pine forests, and that's where I feel so at home. I'm from that school of, well, if the tree doesn't look good in an artificial fashion and conflicted about having a natural tree, I'd rather just not even have a tree sometimes philosophically.
Right.
This one covers it all because it looks like you just went to the forest and cut down one of our greatest natural resources, but you didn't, and you have it forever, and it's tradition that you now build upon.
And it's flame retardant, and it's easy to pack and easy to unpack.
And it doesn't take up a ton of space.
It's not going to dry. Your ornaments aren't going to fall off.
You don't have to put it on the top of a taxi cab in Manhattan and have
and carried up 3 floors,
right.
And then try to get it to stand up straight.
And then deal with the throw out,
yes,
right?
That's the biggest
How do you
problem.
throw out, right? Yeah. The streets are lined with Christmas trees after the holidays.
It's true. Absolutely.
It is true. You know, I used to live in Manhattan. There they were at the end of the season. Here is the answer to that elusive question. What are we going to do about the tree this year? And maybe it's a change for you. Maybe you are switching to, in quotes, artificial tree. But this one looks so
This is a very natural artificial tree. And remember, as tall as it is, all 7.5 feet of it, the great thing is it breaks down into 3 sections. So once it breaks down, it's much smaller and much easier to store.
Very manageable.
Yes.
Especially if you don't have a lot of space. I mean, I know people who keep their trees up all the time in the attic or basement, and then it's so easy for them at holiday time to put their tree up.
Absolutely.
This is your way of having that.
And you see, if you look at the, see what one other thing you'll notice, there's glitter in the actual snow. So
right,
this one really picks it up.
Like new fallen snow.
You see there, you'll find it if you sun on the acorns as well.
That glisten.
It's a micro glitter.
Yeah. Oh, it's very subtle. Yeah. It's like the sun or the moonlight's just reflecting off of it. Yeah. It's lovely. That's why you made it a customer pick. We're very, very busy. I know it's a big decision, and maybe this morning you weren't thinking, oh, I'm going to buy my Christmas tree this morning. But now that you see it and you realize how limited it is, please don't hesitate, because when these are gone, we're not getting another reorder in time for Christmas. This is October 15th. We did this on purpose for today, knowing Colin is, sort of launching us into those perfect ideas for holiday decorations. And it's a perfect complement to any space, whether it is a classical Christmas that you love to have, a modern Christmas. Oh, I'm going to change my mind. Next year it's going to be classic. This year it's going to be more modern. Your ornaments are always gold. Oh, I decided to have blue. Whatever, it's entirely up to you, but here's the tree that makes it the perfect backdrop. If you have back to the idea, if you have cathedral ceilings, and it feels like any tree you put in there is just like tiny, it looks like it's getting lost. You have to think of other creative ideas to make up for the high ceilings. This one is such a focal point. No one's looking up. They're looking at this tree.
Yeah,
70 left, Colin, in the flocked.
And it's 7.5 feet tall. How beautiful is that? 3 sections. It's got this wonderful thing to switch it on, to switch it off. It's so easy with the foot switch. So you don't have to bend down on all fours and poke your eye out.
Yes, 49 available in what we're calling the long needle, which was the one that is not flocked. It has what looks like incredible, genuine pine needles. And it's also with the free shipping and handling. So it's 7.5 feet. And that also works in a typical, not just cathedral ceilings, but for the rest of us, all of our ceilings, because most